So this is my SolarEdge system. Here we have the inverter and the battery, and we also have the two isolator switch, one for the DC and one for the AC running to the house. Here we have the solar panels that are on the back of the house. There are 14 panels in total. This is an export from the SolarEdge system, which shows the monthly energy production for the various years that I've had the system. So here it's showing the install 2022 and this year 2026. And as you can see here, May has always been a very good month here in Northern Ireland in Belfast. On this next chart is the cumulative power generation per year. So as I say, I've had 4 years of power, but I mean 2022 is a very short year, and then full years 23, 24, 25, and now we're in 26. So yeah, SolarEdge system can make a great bit of power, nearly 4.5 megawatt hours per year. Quite a lot of energy. This is the overview from the SolarEdge system on the desktop version. And again, it's kind of showing you the production and consumption across the various years. So from production, you can see how much is going to the grid, how much is being used by the home, and how much is being sent to the battery. What makes SolarEdge so much better is DC coupling. It is where the inverter is able to send power to the battery with DC electricity. These two charts here, one is showing the full power generation throughout the day above 4 kilowatts, and the other is showing below 4 kilowatts with a very flat line across the top. Top chart, there's capacity in the battery. The SolarEdge system is able to send DC power to the battery up and above 4 kilowatts. The inverter is only 3.7, remember? So I'm able to get the entire energy production from the solar panels that day, provided that there is capacity in the battery to take that power. In the lower chart, the battery was full very early in the morning, so there's about 11 o'clock. The battery's full. The solar panels are generating more than 3.7 kilowatts. So curtailment happens, and it flatlines across the peak energy production hours up until 3-4 o'clock, where there's a battery consumption is being consumed, or power from the solar panels drops below 3.7, and then you start getting the curve again. So the goal with SolarEdge systems is to try and maximize that DC to DC power consumption to the battery, so you can get your entire energy production throughout the day.
SolarEdge uses power optimizers, which means every panel acts independently. So even if there's shade in the house, you'll still get the maximum out of each panel. So here's an example of a panel showing a lower output compared to the others. So for an example, if the whole system is creating 2.5 kilowatts and then shade is over a number of panels, it would reduce slightly. But on a different system, it would pull the whole